Hello everybody and welcome to the watch along for Alfreton Town against Bishop Stortford here at the Impact Arena today. Alfreton looking to continue their playoff surge. Bishop Stortford unfortunately haven't got much going for them, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, not much to play for. We're live a bit earlier this
than
afternoon.
usual.
Not because we're more organised, but because we've got some really important stuff to get through before the game. Our head steward, Graham, sadly passed away recently, so before the game there is a guard of honour and a minute's applause in remembrance of him, or dedicated to him, I should say. So we are live, ready for that to happen as the players are coming out 10 minutes before kick-off for that to happen.
And we also have a landmark amount of appearances for our very own Josh Claxton, his 200th today. Obviously, starting in the game, he's been one of those players who's been just in the team for a consistent length of time. Never really had that many sort of spells out of the team for extended periods. Always been steady at the back. Seen a few cameos for him on the wing in recent weeks.
Yeah, joined the club after leaving Hull quite a few years ago. And he's been here ever since. Our very own Joshua Claxton reaches 200 games. That was against Hereford on Tuesday night, and there is a commemorative shirt recognising that landmark. So to 200 more. Clacky, we're just waiting now for the players to come out for this guard of honour in remembrance of Graham, who sadly passed away recently. I believe it's being announced now on the telecom, although I can't quite make out what's being said because the sound barrier is being broken.
I don't know if they know that. We're going to have to tell Bill next time. Music's fine. Microphone is deafening.
Yeah, so all the stewards gathering around the tunnel in preparation. Something really nice to see.
Yeah. Nice little gesture.
We're just...
Yeah, unfortunately we're not able to bring you much news at the moment. We're waiting for the... Here we go, they are coming out onto the pitch.
Yeah, the stewards pour onto the pitch. As we wait for the ceremony to begin, we will be bringing you the scores from around the National League North and some of the other local sides. To us, so we'll be bringing you those scores throughout the game.
So we've had one fairly local team had their game end already. They were the 12:30 on TNT in the National League. Chesterfield not able to win against Oldham.
Nope.
Although don't think that's going to hurt their title parade too much.
No.
They should be all right.
Yeah, we've got a couple of, I'd say 3 very interesting fixtures across the National League North today. You've got Brackley versus Hereford. Hereford kind of staying well within their rights to push for the playoffs after rescuing a draw against ourselves on Tuesday evening, as well as Curzon Ashton taking on Spennymoor. Spennymoor, the most informed side in the National League North, under Graham Lee, or Spike, who has really turned them around, and from what looked like could have been a relegation battle has turned into a playoff bid for Spennymoor. Obviously Curzon also in that conversation, so would like to see how that one ends up.
It's going to be a big game.
Finally is league leaders Tamworth take on Chester, who are ever so slightly above us in the league. But
there are 3 other big games to have keep an eye on today. From our perspective, I imagine there'll be some movement in the table during the game. Might have to wait and see where we end up. Hopefully with a win for Alfreton today against Bishop Stortford. I'm not sure how many defeats it is in a row now in the league, but
it's at least 5.
It's definitely at least 5.
The ground begins to fall silence. All of the Alfreton stewards line up opposite each other to create that tunnel for the Guard of Honour in honour of head steward Graham. Players are in the tunnel as the Impact Arena falls silent in anticipation for the Guard of Honour and the minute's applause. At any moment now, it should begin.
Hopefully we are just waiting on the players. They're stood and ready in the tunnel.
The referee's there. Everything is set up for the special occasion.
And here we go. Teams heading out, led by the officials, and the minute's applause begins. So we are approaching kick-off now. We've got, obviously, the teams coming out slightly earlier today for that Guard of Honour from the stewards. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule.
I don't believe that actually was the minute's applause. I think there's
No, I think there's been
another one. Yeah, here comes Captain Dwayne Wiley bringing out a
wreath. A little commemorative thing to be placed in the centre of the pitch ahead of kick-off.
And now we're about to start the minute's applause.
So there we are. Kick-off now, moments away, and we will run you through the teams. Obviously, Alfreton in their usual red today. George Willis starting between the sticks. Number 2, Josh Claxton. Number 23, Nathan Newell. Number 5, Ken Diggy. Number 6, and captain today, Dwayne Wiley. Number 4, Adam Lund. Number 8, George Cantrill. Number 22, Billy Fuster. Number 10, Liam Waldock. Number 9, Jake Day. And number 7, Jordan Thewlis. And the 5-man bench, number 29, Ryan Taylor. Number 14, Sean Brisley. Number 11, Lewis Salmon. Number 20, Max Ram. Number 13, Jake Askew.
And for the visitors is number 1 and captain, Jake Giddens in goal. Number 2, Mark Haynes. Number 3, Lorden Akelbire. Number 4, Amadou Kasarate. Number 5, Sam Robbins. Number 6, Harry Beadle. Number 10, Darren Foxley. Number 12, Emmanuel Aki. Number 14, Jack Thomas. 15, Ryan Childs. Number 17, Aaron Green. And on the bench for the visitors is 7, Giovanni McGregory. 13, Adam Messayundin. 16, Adam Harvey. 18, George Lacardi. Number 20, Fraser Alexander. And I think
you've just about rattled through it in time.
Just got through that as we await kick-off. Jack Thomas drove the ball for the visitors in a yellow strip with a red and black kind of
very interesting sort
strip
of
through the middle
kit.
And there are, to my surprise, some Bishop Stortford fans in the ground today.
Yeah, I mean it's a huge journey for them, obviously, from my home county Essex, come all the way up to Derbyshire for the game today.
One of their closest games this season
is about to be underway. Bishop Stortford going for the standard direct approach down the line. It bounces out for an Alfreton throw, which Josh Claxton looks like he will take. And yeah, as you say, this is bizarrely one of their closest trips of the season to Derbyshire.
3-hour drive, which is why we had them on a Tuesday evening.
Yep.
Because it was one of
cheers for that.
It was one of the closest journeys. I mean, if they were to play Blythe on a Tuesday evening, it'd be a 7-hour trip.
It does put into perspective, considering how they are, in Essex, considered a northern, well, not considered a northern team, but of the 48 that play in the 24 split leagues, one of the northern teams in that kind of split. It's crazy. But it's just how it's laid out. I think it's unfortunate for them, because should they have come up a year earlier, or come up and Oxford City not been promoted to the National League, they would have stayed in the gone into the south, and Oxford would have been moved to the north, obviously. But yeah, it's just unfortunate for them. It's been difficult for them to keep players around for extended periods of time. Obviously, the travel's a huge commitment for part-time players.
Yeah, part-time players at a part-time club, so
yeah,
travel at least 3 hours every week.
Yeah,
for
it's a big
game of
ask.
football, it's an impossible ask.
Yeah. But despite obviously their poor position in the league, they did have a good run in the FA Trophy, and
the ball
has actually
got stuck at next to the window in one of our press areas.
That's incredible.
It is literally lodged between like the kind of top of the shutter for that area and the roof of the stand.
I don't think you're going to be able to do that again if you try. Ball going forward towards Jake Day, who flicks on, looking for Billy Fuster, unable to keep it in though. It runs out for a goal kick.
And while we wait for this goal kick to be taken, do we have a score prediction for this afternoon?
A score prediction. I will try and reignite my form of correct score predictions, my hot streak that lasted at 2. I will go for Alfreton 3, Bishop Stortford 0 today.
And that was what I said earlier to Liam, so I'll have to change it now. But I'll nick Liam's. I'll nick the 5-0.
The 5
that Liam went with. I know Bill has a bet on for over 7 goals this afternoon.
Well, I mean, the reverse fixture ended in a 4-0 win for Alfreton, so it's not outside the realms of possibility. Obviously, with all due respect to Bishop Stortford, they've not had the greatest of league campaigns, but didn't have a bad run at all in the FA Trophy, beating National League sides Ebbsfleet and Aldershot spectacularly, 6-1 away from home. So they did have something going for them this year.
I've just noticed as well on their kit they have collars, and
They do.
Akol B-Ray, Nick closest to us, no one's taught him how to put his collar down.
No,
So
unless he's going for the Eric Cantona collar up.
Yeah, he appears to have no neck from our angle. I'm looking around, everyone else.
Got it nicely folded down.
Not him. Maybe it makes him more streamlined.
Maybe it's a superstition. We're going to see. Going to give you a little tip off here. Harry Beadle, formerly of my team Braintree Town, does have a long throw on him. Used it for us a couple of times at the start of this season. Then he unfortunately sustained a head injury. He was on loan from Colchester and was recalled for the to recover from that. But we are going to see him utilise the long throw here on the right. No, we're not. He goes short. Well set up from me, but he does put the cross into the box. It's deep
towards Clacky, who heads away on his 201st appearance. And in his, obviously, massive landmark of 200 games, he scored 3 goals, but I believe they were all, apart from one, quite important.
Yeah. Well, he got the one away
at Curzon,
Curzon,
which resulted in a loss, which was the one important. But you got a draw against Scunthorpe, and I believe he scored one last season in a draw. So 2 of the goals resulting in 2 points. Not a bad ratio.
Not a bad ratio at all. Very instinctive. I mean, the goal from Scunthorpe from outside the area, I think, is something that we're never going to see again. Maybe once in the next 200, but
the way that ball rolled down his shin.
Yeah, great finish. And to his credit, the one away at Curzon, very instinctive.
Yeah, poachers. Oh, the referees had a bit of a mare. The change of ball, a flat ball on the pitch. Referee's got a new ball. Went to throw it back to George Willis, and his throw kind of went straight up in the air and back to him. But I think it was because he needed to drop the ball for Willis, is why he did that, because he was about to throw it and thought, I'm not going to do that, as George Cantrell finds his way in behind.
Tries to lay it back for Thewlis, but it's quite cleverly defended and poked away by the Bishop Stortford back line. But Cantrell has it again. Is he pulled down? The referee judges that he is not. Alfreton still in possession though. Nathan Newell opting for the safe route back to George Willis, who sends it back upfield towards Fustus. Intercepted though. Bishop Stortford man cuts inside. Up against Adam Lund now. Cuts past him.
Green
not once but twice.
Very far with the ball there. Aaron Green travelling from inside his own half.
Very nice little run.
Yeah, twisting and turning, trying to find that yard of space to get shot away, and he eventually does, Aaron Green, and it's just dragged wide of Willis's left-hand post. Out for a goal kick. Clacky makes himself an option shot, but Aaron Green steps up to prevent him from playing that ball. So Willis will go long. I wonder how many times we've said that this season.
I think that might rival Adam Lund lining up a throw-in into the area for the most repeated phrases.
Or it's hooked into the area.
Yeah, that probably has a shout.
Billy Fuster intercepting a ball, and Clacky finds Cantrell inside. It's nice football, and Jake Day touches it down in the area.
Looks to get it in, cleared away by Harry Beadle, who made me look like a fool just now as I've bigged up his long throw.
That's a vendetta, that.
Yeah.
Carry that.
Just because finally managed to shoehorn a Braintree reference into one of these streams. And he's made me maybe eat my words and decided to take the throw short. Diggy keeping that one in play. Into London, back to Willis. He's got space to travel forwards here, get himself a slightly better angle. Looking for Jake Day. Flicked forward into the area. Challenged by Thewlis, who can't quite manage to keep it in play.
Battled very well, very bravely to try and keep it, and he got to the ball, but couldn't get another touch to keep it in place, so Jack Giddens will have a goal kick. Takes his time. He looks experienced.
He is. You'd be right with that assumption. Was a captain for their promotion campaign last season. Obviously into what they thought would have been the National League South, but they've been stuffed into the North, unfortunately, for them. Harry Beadle looking to clip a ball down the line. Well left by Nathan Newell. That's going to run all the way out for an Alfreton throw near the goal line.
And try this throwing on for size, Harry Beadle.
Adam Lund stepping up to likely reach the halfway line. Flicked on by Jake Day. Looks like it's going to run back through. No, it's going to be hooked away. Out for a throw in a much more advanced position for Alfreton. Adam Lund with an opportunity to get the ball into the area. And or will he go short? I'm going to cover all bases this time, just in case.
And as well, I've noticed Bishop Stortford are one of the few teams in the league who don't have the names on the back of their shirts. We've counted that a few times. It makes our job a little bit more difficult. As Lund launches the ball into the area, and Jake Day look to bring it down and knock it out for Jordan Thulis, but it's cleared away. Clacky
goes all the way back to Josh Claxton. Sees Dwayne Wiley still forward.
Ball.
Flicked into the area. Jake Day giving chase. And it's a great block to thwart the clearance from Bishop Stortford. It's going to be a throw for them just inside the defensive third.
What you're hearing is a very inventive chant from Bishop Stortford as they chant yellow.
Harry Beadle now does take that long throw that I referenced upfield. A few challenges for the headers there. Right down in front of the gantry. Ball is yet to drop, and it's out for another throw, this time for Bishop Stortford. Beadle lining up one of his throws again. Down the line. Headed away by Newell. Back up once again.
And Casarate
acrobatic.
Went to challenge Liam Waldock for the ball and sent himself flying. Clacky looks down the line for Fuster, but Sam Robbins steps up.
It's going to be a throw around the halfway line on the opposite side to us. Clacky stepping up, send it down the line. Does have George Willis if he wants to throw it back to him. He doesn't. Looks for Jake Day, who takes it down, finds Fuster out wide, lays it back for Claxton, fires it into the area. Waldock is there, headed away by the fullback for Bishop Stortford. It's bouncing around on the edge of the area. Nobody can get it under control. It breaks for Fuster, who has his strike over the bar. First real opportunity for Alfreton in this game. Billy Fuster
just leaning a bit too far back there. He needs to get his head over it like he did on Tuesday evening against Hereford, where he rifled an absolute beauty off the crossbar, off the post, into the back of the net.
Seems to only score great goals. I remember my first game with Alfreton this season in the FA Cup against Emley. It was a 1-0 win, the lone goal coming from Billy Fuster, and it was an absolute beauty, cutting in from the left-hand side and firing it into the opposite corner.
Yeah, we have Rush Olympic have taken the lead against Kings Lynn Town, and Mansfield have taken the lead along with Notts County.
Really?
It's the games of the away teams.
Notts County actually leading a football match.
Lundy throws it down the line. Beadle heads it up into the air. Waldock heads it down. Fuster chests. He's got two players on him, Fuster, but he does enough to get the ball to Cantrell. Cantrell will win a free kick. I mean, I would say it's not an area to shoot from, but I know Liam Waldock did score from just a little bit closer in against Bishop Stortford from a free kick but in the away game.
Might fancy it. You never know.
Yeah, Newell making a run out wide, but Ryan Charles is tracking back to prevent that. There's not a single Bishop Stortford player forward.
No, quite a negative
It's
setup, it has to be said.
no, this free kick is from about 25 yards out.
Yeah.
And they have a two-man wall and every player behind that. It's cleared.
Nathan Newell will pick this one up. Goes back to Waldock. He's going to go back once more, this time to Dwayne Wiley. He's got George Willis helping him out. Sends it long towards Fuster. Just about manages to keep that one in. Bishop Stortford clears right above the home dugout, straight into a window.
Straight into the window of the John Harrison suite.
Yeah, the ball has reappeared, but did have a new one lined up already. Adam Lund preparing to launch one. No, he goes short as well. It's a mission to get my commentary wrong here. Adam Lando challenging to get it back into the area. Cantrill hooking it to the back post towards
Jordan
Thewlis.
Thewlis, but he's offside. Jake Giddens did really well to come off his line quickly, made himself big on the edge of the 6-yard area, threw his body in the way as Jordan Thewlis' foot connected with the strike, and he did enough to save it, although Thewlis was
had
offside
already gone up
anyway.
Unfortunately. But another sort of sign that Alfreton might be knocking on the door here, looking to break the deadlock.
Yeah, it's a game that you've got to expect to win. Bottom of the league against a team pushing for the playoffs, not to brush aside Bishop Stortford, but the feeling for us is that a win is mandatory today.
Dwayne Wiley.
Brackley take the lead against Hereford, and Spennymoor ahead of Curzon Ashton. Brackley, the first side in the league, the first home side in the league to take the lead, which means today's not cursed, and we can all
could all breathe.
Yeah, we can all feel a little bit more, well, a bit less panicked. Fuster now with the ball inside the area.
Back to Claxton. Cantrill in a wide area. Little 1-2. Tries to play it into the box. It's headed away. Dwayne Wiley picking it up at halfway, firing it back into the area. Giddens comes out to make the claim. No problem for him whatsoever. Bishop Stortford make their way back up the field. Switching sides here, the goalkeeper. Forward it comes on this right-hand side. Dwayne Wiley does win the initial header and the second. Thewlis trying to knock it forward. Jake Day
does really well to
knocks
head
it down. Fuster now looks down the line for Thewlis, but it's quite a heavy pass and it does roll out for a goal kick.
Warrington Town take the lead at Gloucester, and Mansfield go 2-0 up.
"15 minutes gone here so far. Neither side yet to find the breakthrough. Wouldn't really say either's looked particularly more likely. Alfreton have probably had a bit more of the ball, and obviously that Fuster chance that sailed over the bar.
As well as, obviously, Thewlis was onside. That would have been a big chance in the game. Obviously, didn't know it was offside when it was taken. Quinton just mentioned it might have been a penalty had it not been offside, because the goalkeeper did throw himself quite recklessly into it, but I believe the rule is the goalkeeper, as long as he gets the ball, can, as long as it ends up hitting him or doing what he needs to do, he can kind
get
of
away with
throw
it.
himself any way he wants. Adam Lund with the ball, like he looks to come short, but he's tracked by Charles and it'll go long into the area.
Towards Diggy, headed away by Bishop Stortford. It's going to drop outside the box for Nathan Newell. Tries to put it back in, but
he really wanted to hit that on the volley, didn't he? You could see the way his body positioning was as he approached the ball. And oh wow, that's really good from Waldock as he puts the ball between the legs of the fullback, drops it to Thewlis, who wraps a left-footed shot nearly rifled into the roof of the net, but just over the bar.
Well, a great run from Liam Waldock on this left-hand side, picking it up after that set piece, beating the initial challenge, and then getting ahead of his full-back.
Yeah, he was
fell to the floor.
Running round wide, he looked like he had nowhere to go with Akelbire putting pressure on him, and he just flicked the ball through his legs and found his way into the area. Cut it back for Thulis, who wrapped a shot. You know what I've noticed, just as we wait for this? Every game I've watched this season, Jordan Thulis's hair stays the same from the first whistle to the final whistle. He must use some kind of product, some super strength product in his hair, because it does not move for 90 minutes.
No, that is something worth pointing out, I think, is that goal kick from Jack Giddens sails out for a throw on the halfway line for Alfreton. Forward it comes, looking for Jake Day, cleared away by Stortford, back forward by Josh Claxton. Jake Day with the flick. Thulis trying to get that one under control. Can't quite manage it.
He had to go up for a header and his hair might have I just after I'd said it now.
Maybe it gains him an extra inch in height.
That quick.
Yeah.
Lund could launch it into the area. Clacky has made himself an option shot though, and he
Unmarked.
uses him. Getting good at this.
Fired into the area. Goalkeeper comes for it. Jake Day bumps into him, and Giddens goes down. The free kick is given to Bishop Stortford. I think Jake Day had every right to challenge for that, but I think he's gone in.
Well, he didn't even challenge. He jumped up to head it, and the keeper jumped in today and bounced off him.
If the ball was there to be won, then you'd understand, but it looked like the ball was sailing over the pair of them anyway. I think he's just left one in on him.
I think he tried to, but he just bounced off.
Just bounced off of him, yeah. Giddens does take a free kick from his own area.
A left-footed goalkeeper as well. You don't see many of them.
No. Does win them a throw, though, on this far side. Robbins lining up to take it. Goes down the line. Diggy doing his best to win that. Waldock comes in to nick it. Headed away by Dwayne Wiley. And it's left to run out by Robbins for another throw in a similar position. Headed forward by Lund.
Headed away by Wiley. That might be the most used word, headed.
That's probably up there with the sort of buzzwords that you can expect.
We've got long throw, headed, hooked into the area.
Yeah. Area box.
Long.
Diggy picking this one up at the back. Willis sending it forward, looking for Jake Day once more. It's headed on. Thulis does nick it, and he is in. Jordan Thulis tries to cut back past him, but he doesn't quite manage it. Lays it back for Nathan Newell into the area, to the back post towards Fuster.
Fuster did rise as well. If he'd have timed the jump right, he jumped a bit early.
Just about evaded him.
And as the ball came over his head, he was coming down. But Thulis did well to nick the ball away from Akelbire, who couldn't get the ball under control. And then as he cut back, the trailing leg of the fullback just got enough onto the ball to stop Thulis from having time and space in the area. So once Mansfield go 3 up.
Goodness me.
In that game. Blythe have taken the lead against Southport. And Accrington Stanley have equalised against Notts County. What'd you say? Yeah. Cantrell carrying the ball forward, puts the ball into the area. John Thulis heads it towards goal. Jack Giddens collects it fairly simply as he collapses on top of the ball.
Going to see him send it long once again. At the right-hand side. He prefers this right-hand side. I think it's evident so far. Bishop Stortford trying to clip one in behind. Diggy having to deal with it. Heads it up into the air. And eventually away. Adam Lund making sure of it.
Akalibra against Day now in the air, and Day doesn't even need to jump. Charles now with the ball for Bishop Stortford. Thomas gets the ball out wide to Foxley, who is offside. Oh, I've nearly fallen over all these wires.
Oh no.
I wouldn't have gone move my foot and I've nearly ended up over gantry.
Wouldn't have gone well. Would have got some pitch side action for you. But unfortunately, well, fortunately for you at least, we've remained upright in the gantry. Willis lining up this deep free kick. Don't think it would be unfair to say it's been a pretty uneventful affair so far.
It's been rubbish.
There's been the odd shot, Jordan Thewlis probably going closest. But besides that, well, I could be about to provide a curse as Bishop Stortford come forward on this left-hand side. Claxton up against his man, manages to find a ball into the area, but it's high, just about over the bar. As that stayed in, actually.
It looks like
it's stayed all the way along the line, out for a throw.
He looks very tidy, number 17 for Bishop Stortford, Aaron Green.
Yeah, that early run.
I mean, he pulled out a couple of step-overs there.
Isolated Josh Claxton in the, on the sort of corner of the area and then broke to the byline. Got the cross in. Unfortunately for him, though, didn't quite manage to find a teammate. Jake Day finding Billy Fuster here, trying to lay it back for Liam Waldock. Free kick is awarded.
Just off the bar after he released it, he was brought down.
Kind of sandwiched. Did well to release the ball initially to begin with, but does draw the foul. Nathan Newell looks like he's going to be fizzing this one to the back stick. Is he gonna drill it? Is he gonna curl it? Opts to curl it. Dwayne Wiley gets his head to it.
It's up and away over the bar. Giddens simply watches it go over the roof of the net, and he'll have a goal kick.
It's a nice little delivery from Nathan Newell, quite well whipped. Found Dwayne Wiley, obviously, but his header wasn't able to direct it, keep it on target, unfortunately. Will result in Giddens taking another goal kick.
And just checking around the grounds once again. Lumped forward by Giddens, and
Charles with a good flick into the sort of centre of the attack, but Cantrill picking that one up. Newell trying to go down the line towards Thewlis, but it runs all the way through. So Bishop Stortford goalkeeper Giddens. Waste no time in getting that one back up the field, though. Wiley does win his header, but it's going to fall for Charles in the middle. Gets his shot away on his left foot, and it's got Willis trouble diving for it, but it does go just wide of the post. Bit of a scare for Alfreton. First real one of the game. Obviously, there was that early opportunity, which didn't trouble George Willis at all, but that one had him worried enough to dive.
Yep, that's the 25 Bishop Stortford fans. Maybe that's been a bit generous behind the goals. Begin to chant yellow again. The faithful, the few.
Wouldn't imagine they would chant that at home.
Maybe
or away.
We should do that after every chance. Red.
Nathan Newell clipping this one down the line. Beadle getting it away towards Adam Lund, who heads it far out for a Bishop Stortford throw in their own half.
George Willis barking instructions at his back line. Beadle is going to launch the ball down the line again. Never mind, his centre half comes short.
There we go, he's got you as well, not just me.
He wasn't there, and he wasn't going to do that. It was number 12 there who stitched me up, telling him to go back. I don't account for variables like Emmanuel Aki telling him to go short.
Nice little switch from Bishop Stortford, although they've tried it again back to this side. Robin's looking for Charles, but it's gone all the way out for a throw. Adam Lund comes over, preparing to launch it down the line. That's another phrase, down the line.
Down the line, yeah.
And there we go. Back he goes to his goalkeeper.
Back to Willis.
Can't get anything right today.
Willis with a great ping long and wide to Josh Claxton out on the wing. Looks to put a cross into the area and all. It's given a goal kick. I don't.
Not sure about that. It did sound like it took a ricochet, but you'd have thought that was just coming off of the defender twice, maybe both of his feet. But Josh Claxton, not happy with that decision. All the fans behind the goal. But it will be another goal kick for Bishop Stortford. But yeah, that was a great knock from Willis. Took down really well as well by Claxton. He's chested it, kept it in his stride, and looked to find a cross. But he was ultimately closed down. Goal kick comes forward. Diggy gets his head to it, finds Jake Day.
It's a
nice
great
little
knocker
flick
on the corner, and it's just over hitting behind for Jordan Felix from Billy Fuster, but it's headed down by Liam Waldock, and Fulis just couldn't turn around in time.
Goalkeeper's recovered really well there. It was his drop kick, which was intercepted really well by Liam Waldock, that almost ran through for Jordan Thewlis.
Charles now on the edge of the area, all the way out to Green on the side, who's got space. He strikes, but wide of the mark.
Wow. George Willis not happy at all with his back line. But yeah, two chances at either end of the pitch there. First bit of real end-to-end action of the game. Obviously, Jordan Thewlis doing his best to latch onto that Waldock interception, but Giddins recovering in just enough time to claim it and apologise to his teammates.
Thewlis just couldn't turn around in time.
It was quite a swift move from back to front, to be fair, from Bishop Stortford, which resulted in Green getting a shot away, but ultimately not finding the target. Adam Lund with a good challenge in the midfield to deny another chance for Bishop Stortford. And Billy Fuster showing some strength on Robbins there to win a throw.
Southport equalise against Blythe. It's at Southport, that is. That's Blythe for the away side. What did you say? Forest Luton 0-0.
Billy Heath goes and claims a stray ball on the edge of the pitch. Although I think he's going to be ordered to give it back to Adam. No, he's not. I thought the referee was going to make him hand it back, but Adam Lund throws this one into the area. It's off of two Bishop Stortford men at the feet of Dwayne Wiley.
Dwayne Wiley pulling
very
out
quick feet.
Ball roll step overs.
Back out to Adam Lund, who tries to find a cross back into the area. It's cleared away.
Mark Haynes clears it straight up into
out for
the
a
air.
Corner. Looked like he tried to hook that one away, but he couldn't quite steady himself in time, and he's almost sort of just kind of shanked it out. But gets rid of the immediate danger, but it will be a first corner of the game for Alfreton, I want to say.
Yes, it is.
Billy Fuster standing over this one on the right-hand side. The usual suspects in the area. In it comes. Adam Lund peels to the back post, heads it back into the middle. It's going to fall back for Lund, who tries to find the corner. Cleared away.
It was put into a very dangerous area, but it was headed away, and now Fuster has a chance to deliver again. Haynes blocks, and he boots it out for a throw-in rather than a corner. Not that it makes any difference, Mark, mate.
No, might be worse, if anything, against Alfreton. But another chance there, Alfreton more so knocking on the door now than they were in the early stages.
Obviously scored from a long throw on Tuesday night, not directly from it. The throw came in, came back out, and the ball back into the area resulted into the goal. As Jake Day won the header directly from the throw-in, but couldn't get it down. Too much height over the bar.
Now it goes for
as we
yet
reach
another goal kick.
The half an hour mark, there or thereabouts. I can't see the clock today, so
we are about half an hour in.
Educated guess. Good perception of time. Giddins goes long towards Charles, but Diggy challenges and wins a throw-in as well as he heads it off Charles. as I check the scores, as Boston have taken the lead against Farsley Celtic. That's like Boston after Hereford Bulls blog deemed the Farsley pitch to be not very good. Not that it mattered for us.
Nope.
Because the ball will have never been on it. That's a direct quote.
There we go. It's going to be a corner for Alfreton here. Used to go into line this one
Sustained
up.
pressure from the Reds.
I'm going to say, as things stand, Alfreton stay 6th in the table, given results around the grounds, but potentially a chance to take the lead here as Dwayne Wiley strolls into the area, forming that kind of train of four with himself, Lund, Day and Diggy. In comes the corner to the back post, doesn't find anybody though. Cantrell putting some pressure on Green, but he does well to keep it in, and Bishop Stortford do clear their lines. Back forward from Claxton though, Cantrell trying to keep it in play. He does manage it, but Bishop Stortford,
and he nearly wins it back, and he wins a throw-in.
Does just enough to win the throw. Bishop Stortford kind of got trapped in their own corner a little bit there. But Adam Lund has another opportunity to get this ball into a dangerous area.
It's what he does best.
Nathan Newell giving him the short option.
Charles
is ignored.
Tracks.
In comes the throw towards Wiley. Bounces around in the area, cleared away. Adam Lund picks it back up. Gets it back into the area. Flicked by Diggy, but away by Bishop Stortford.
Cantrell hangs it up for Wiley and Diggy to challenge, but
Liam Waldock does well there to win that back off of Green for Bishop Stortford. And Adam Lund wins himself another throw on that right-hand side. I don't think he's going to be... I know he is trying his luck. Another ball here. Referee is not going to allow it this time, though. Ball is right in the corner, and he's going to make Adam Lund go all the way to jog and get that himself. I think it's something that we've seen policed a lot more times in recent weeks. A fresh ball being given to Adam Lund for a throw. Obviously, you can understand when it's raining for a dry one, but in that instance, it just looked as if the ball had gone miles away, and they've just given him a new one, but the referee wasn't having any of it. In comes the throw. Bounces. Bishop Stortford do get it away. Charles with the...
Once again, no one left
forward. Final clearance, no. Makes it very easy for Nathan Newell to knock this one back to George Willis. Goes long towards Jake Day. It's a good ball. Headed up in the air.
Thewlis flicks it into the back of the net. That is an absolutely fantastic finish. The ball comes through, Giddens off his line, and a sweet chip over the goalkeeper and into the empty net from Jordan Thewlis as Alfreton take the lead.
Well, there we go. That's all it took. George Willis, a great ball forward towards Jake Day, who flicked it on. It fell to Jordan Thewlis in the area. The goalkeeper, it's in that awkward sort of space between the back line and the goalkeeper where he's got to come for it, but it's not a guarantee that he'll get there. And Jordan Thewlis gets to it first, gets it past him, and it is Alfreton Town 1, Bishop Stortford 0. Which will, I'm hoping, if my...
And as we score, so does South Shields take the lead against a struggling Buxton team. They have really struggled in recent weeks, Buxton.
Well, I'm trying to give you an update from the live table, but it is not giving it to me. So you'll have to bear with.
Cheers, Fotmob.
Alfreton Town, there we go, do rise above Chester into 5th with a game in hand on, obviously, Chester and Brackley. 64 points
Brackley
into 5th.
Are also up next Saturday away from home. Unfortunately, neither of us will be there.
Unfortunately, no.
No, I'm out. One game I missed, Brackley.
Well, obviously, Alfreton into that top 5 spot, which, as things stand, is going to be where we look to kind of end the season. Obviously, getting that home draw in the playoff eliminator could be all important. Finishing 4th or 5th gives us the opportunity to play at home in that match. One-legged tie.
Adam Lund with another chance to put the ball into the box with a throw-in.
In it comes. Looking for Diggy. It's flicked back by Bishop Stortford. Thewlis picking it up. Beats his man. Gets the ball back into the area, looking for Jake Day. It dropped at the feet of Billy Fuster, but he couldn't quite sort his feet out in time for a shot. Liam Waldock has a pop from outside the area, cleared away by Robbins. Bishop Stortford could maybe launch a counter-attack here.
It's flicked around the corner from Jack Thomas. Green with a chance to come inside, but he's challenged by Adam Lund. Bishop Stortford keep the ball as Charles finds himself out on the left-hand side now. Ball comes across the area and it's cleared away calmly. Liam Walder.
Composed at the back. It looked worrying. It was one of those that's flashed across the face of goal. Nathan Newell left it for Liam Waldock, and he knew that he had a man behind him, but knew that he had enough time to turn and clear that one to safety. Bishop Stortford in possession here, though, on the right. Finding Charles. Dwayne Wiley gets in front of him and gets it clear. Jake Day, it's just about too high for him. Billy Heath encouraging his team from the sideline. Obviously got them in the winning position now. Would be great to see that into half-time or potentially double the advantage before then.
Giddens goes long all the way through to Willis, who had literally, I don't know what the clip over the top was. It was like goalie straight through, and
bit of ping pong.
Willis slowly carrying the ball out. I mean, he's literally put the ball down and carried it to about the edge of the final third and goes forward.
Oh, miscued pass there from the Bishop Stortford man. Nathan Newell
dispossesses, goes back to Wiley, who
goes back to Willis.
I don't know why, but when that left his foot, it made my heart sink.
It looked
like he'd buried it.
Yeah, really well struck for just a simple pass back to the goalkeeper, but no bother. Ball runs through to Giddens. A bit of goalkeeper tennis for you on display here. I think for as far as football matches go, we've not seen a lot of football today, but I think both teams are playing sort of similar direct styles.
It comes in behind. Green gets his shot away and he looks to follow up, but George Willis does enough, Clacky does enough, and Diggy gets it away.
It was almost a carbon copy of Alfreton's goal to open this game, but thankfully Green did manage to get on the end of that long ball. Willis comes out, smothers the shot. Looked like it just about got away from him at the second time of asking, but Josh Claxton intervened. And thankfully, Alfreton still lead. But another panic at the back. Again, out of absolutely nothing, Bishop Stortford create an opportunity. And should they have found the back of the net, they would be level. Bit of Michael Owen commentary. But showing that this game is far from going to be an easy ride.
Thewlis rides a challenge and he keeps going. He's brought down again.
Could be a yellow card if that was the same man twice.
I won't be surprised. I think the first foul was from Akelbire and the second was from Aki.
The number 12. I think he's going to escape without a booking here. Or is it? I'm
not 100% sure, but I swear to God, I just heard Giddens go to talk to Ryan Charles, but instead of saying Ryan or Ryan Charles, he said striker.
Maybe. I mean, that would really emphasise the sort of player turnover that Bishop Stortford have had this season. Goalkeeper doesn't know who's up front for them.
Striker.
But could be a nickname. I've no idea, but that's an interesting.
Just watch George Willis have a bit of a sneezing fit in our goal.
We only bring you the best coverage here.
Enjoy watching that, fam. George Willis's boogers all over it.
Oh, nice.
Holdock stood over the free kick. Newell as well.
It's a little bit closer than the one from earlier where we thought he might have a crack, but he opted to clip it into the back post. I think he might shoot, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's one of them ones where it's too tough to...
Yeah, you can't really get it up and over. Liam Waldock does shoot.
Not a million miles away, but didn't get anyone off the seats.
No. Not a bad effort. I think it was the right decision, though. You wouldn't have had much luck trying to cross that into the box.
No.
Or yeah, exactly. Giddens lining up. yet another goal kick as he absolutely massacres the turf in his 6-yard box with his studs there to give himself a little bit of an advantage getting this one clear. This will be when he puts it out of play. No, it's a good goal kick.
Straight down the throat, and Wiley will win it. Flicked on again by George Cantrell. Came back, but Lund won it. Comes back again, but Newell wins it.
Thewlis.
Oh, George wins it, and gives it to Newell, who looks for Waldock down the line, but
Just too much on it.
yeah, one of the ones where Newell had to do it first time if he was going to do it, and it was on the volley, so they struggled to control the power of it. Obviously, Newell, one of the 3 players who recently signed a new contract for next season.
Jake Day challenging for that one. A slip for Bishop Stortford, capitalised upon by Adam Lund, who finds Billy Fewster, lays it off for Josh Claxton into Waldock. Nice bit of football. Goes back out wide to Adam Lund. Fewster's there on the line, keeps it in. Lund again. Tries to play it back for Fewster, but it's going to run all the way through.
Fewster looked to give chase for a
goal
moment,
kick.
but realised that not even Usain Bolt would have got there in his prime, so
No.
give up on the chase. Oh, Charles's nickname is Spider, apparently, not Striker. I mean,
Well,
you
there
can
we go.
see where I was coming from, though. Kind of from down here with a headset on, I've got myself and more in my ear. So I thought he'd come up and shouted Striker, but yeah, no. Thank
There
you
we go.
for the correction. But
Was that in the live chat? We've had a...
yeah, and Exeter have taken the lead against Burton.
Giddins goes long with his goal kick towards Spider. Jake Day getting a flick on there. We will have 2 minutes of added time in this first half, where we've seen Alfreton Town take the lead, courtesy of Jordan Thewlis. It's not been without reply, though. Bishop Stortford have had a few opportunities, most notably not long after that opening goal. Green got himself in behind the back line, and thanks to a combination of George Willis and Josh Claxton, the score did stay at 0-0. But we could still have time for another, as Adam Lund lines up a throw on the far side. Diggy making his way into the area. Dwayne Wiley staying back. So it's Diggy and Day, the men to aim for here.
Goes short to Clacky on the edge of the area.
Adam Lund on his left foot. It's a good ball, but it's a good claim from Giddins in the Bishop Stortford goal. Rolls it out to his fullback, Josh Claxton. George Cantrell knew that if he put a foot in there, he might give away a foul. He pulled out just at the last second
Yeah, the long touch came in from Akalibra.
to win the throw. Adam Lund preparing to send this one forward.
They look for the head of Jake Day.
There we go. Headed away. It's going to go all the way through to Charles, actually, who has a chance to run at the back line. He's forced back by Nathan Newell, but he's got a man in the middle. Liam Waldock comes out of nowhere to make the interception, though. And it's cleared away. Thewlis trying to get that one into an advanced area. It's going to be a throw to Alfreton, which I'm going to imagine will be the last action of this first half. Adam Lund preparing to send this one towards Jake Day. Does have short options if he needs them. There you go, the half-time whistle is blown. Alfreton Town with the 1-goal lead at half-time thanks to Jordan Thewlis' opening goal on 37 minutes.
Yeah, and just before we go for our half-time break, I'll run you through the scores across the league. So in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest are 1-0 up against Luton Town. Derby are drawing 0-0 with Bolton. Exeter lead Burton 1-0. Accrington Stanley and Notts County are level. Mansfield are 3 up against Bradford. Boston are leading Farsley Celtic. Brackley are beating Hereford 1-0. South Shields are ahead at Buxton. Charlie and Scarborough in deadlock. Spennymoor have extended their lead to 2 at Curzon Ashton. Darlington are still level with Peterborough Sports. Rushall Olympic are 1-0 up against Kings Lynn Town. Scunthorpe have taken the lead against Banbury. Blythe are now 2-1 up against Southport. And Warrington are 1-0 up. Oh, sorry, I've missed Tamworth Chester, which is still 0-0. And Warrington are 1-0 up against Gloucester. Those might change because we are a couple minutes ahead due to our early start today, but we'll update those after half time. But thank you all for listening to the first half of this game against Bishop Stortford, and we'll see you after the break.
Right, welcome back to the second half for the watch-along of Alfreton Town against Bishop Stortford. Alfreton currently leading 1-0, and obviously we hope to extend that advantage in the second half. It's been thankfully pointed out in the chat. Thank you, Gareth, for the firstly with the what's his name? Forgot his name now. Charles's nickname
Spider.
being Spider, not the goalkeeper, just not knowing what his name is, and that Bishop Stortford is in Hertfordshire, not Essex, which shows what I know about
Nothing.
where I'm from. Absolutely nothing. It's close enough. I'm sure he can cut me some slack.
Maybe more like I am with the North East, where I just drop a little tidbit in every week. Random fact.
I was making a case for Bishop Stortford's place in the National League North being a bit ridiculous, but in doing so,
You've made yourself look ridiculous.
I have indeed.
That might be a bit harsh, but Waldock with the ball on the edge of the area now as we're back underway in the second half.
Well
Clacky's
closed
done
down.
really, really well, but Fuster touches it out for a goal kick.
Good bit of pressure already in the second half. I don't think we've had a change from either side at half time. So teams are as they were.
Hooked up along by Giddens. Cleared away by Lund. By the way, there was a few more goals right at the ends of the half after
Yes.
we disappeared, but they are corrected on screen now to save me going back through all the scores.
Am I reading that flag correctly, by the way? That green St George's, is that Notts Blues?
It does say Notts Blues, yeah.
Bishop Stortford have a following from Nottingham. So this is a
Yeah, because it's got an archer, doesn't
I
it?
was gonna say, yeah.
On the shield.
well, this is the ideal game for them, really. They've only had to come 20 minutes down the road.
Well, them being in the National League North's ideal for them.
Yeah.
Fearless now with the ball out on the wing.
Into
Finds
Waldock.
Waldock in the middle.
Seeing a bit of football on the floor, very nice. Fuster takes it back out to the left-hand side, tries to beat his man. He's done very well.
He gets to the byline, he puts
Crosses
it
it in.
across the area.
Poked away by Sam Robbins. Cantrell knocking it back into the area for Thewlis, who gets his shot away. Beadle makes the block, and he is staying down in some pain. Cantrell is dispossessed on the edge. Alfreton keep possession though. Fuster breaking
Makes
into
his
the
way
area
into
once
the
more.
box.
Tries to lay it off, but can't quite manage it.
Yeah, just looked to pull it back to the edge of the area as he was running into trouble. But he began to take a tumble.
Billy Fuster adjusting his socks in the Bishop Stortford box.
As Alfreton just knocked the ball round at the back. Willis with the ball now in his 18-yard area. No one closing him down, so he's going to bring the ball
As far
out.
forward as he wants. There we go. Up towards Jake Day. Tries to knock it down for Josh Claxton, but he was just about in the wrong area to claim that. But it is going to be an Alfreton throw.
The defender just kind of got his foot rounded in front of Day to poke it out of play with his studs. I think Clacky is taking this throw in. He has got a pretty long throw as well.
He does.
Along with Adam Lundy. It's not quite Lundy, but it's pretty impressive.
Not
as
bad.
It finds its way into the area, and Billy Fuster looked to lift the ball over Casarate, but not quite what he can do. And I thought that was overthrowing, but
Yeah, I think you could tell how quickly Adam Lund gave chase to try and keep that one in play, and then realised once he wasn't getting to it to then claim the throw. It was always going to go the way of Bishop Stortford. Sam Robbins preparing to take this one. There he goes down the line. Flicked on by Charles into quite a good area, actually, if there was a striker making that run, but Dwayne Wiley gets it well away.
ball falls for Cantrell in the centre, following a challenge between Lund and Akelby. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I
think you are.
It's a long day if not. The poor guy, I've just been maybe I've been butchering his name
for the whole game.
Yeah.
Charles in the middle, lays it back for Robbins, gets that one upfield. He's going to run all the way through to George Willis.
Yeah, Thomas chasing in behind.
Yeah. Thought Willis might be going short with that one there. Diggy and Newell were in the position to receive a short pass, but he does go long. Fewster trying a little back heel, wasn't really on. It's going to run through to the Bishop Stortford back line. Goes back to Giddins in the box. Forward it comes towards Charles. Takes it down quite well. Skips past Adam Lund down the line.
I think Lundy has just sent Charles into the advertising boards,
and he's down in the sort of he's down on the what do you call it, the sheets.
Don't swear on
the rain covers. Cheers. He's actually could be in some discomfort here. Apologies for having to come out of shot, but he's right in the corner where we can't actually see him.
You look around the corner and you just see a man bundled up in the... Oh, he seems to be fine.
He is back up. I think it's just one of those where he's taken quite a battering in that challenge.
He's been Lunded.
He has been Lunded. But he is back on his feet and ready at halfway. George will just take this goal kick. Forward it comes. It's going to drop in the midfield with Charles. Cantrell makes the challenge though. It's going to go out all the way for an Alfreton throw on the left. Nathan Newell kicking it up for himself, but he's going to chuck this one back for Adam Land to take. Zoe Day in the corner of the box, ready to be the recipient. Dwayne Wally is there short. Adam Land ignores him, goes long towards Day. Knocked down, Cantrell to Diggy. Still has the ball at his feet. Jordan Thewlis! 2-0.
That's second for
Jordan Thewlis.
15 for the season. The ball came across as Diggy danced his way through players in the box. Got it across to Thewlis in space, who easily slid it back across the goal to the far post, past the goalkeeper. And that's 2-0 to Alfreton.
It's got to be said, what a bit of attacking brilliance from Ken Diggy out of absolutely nowhere. It's kind of bounced around in the area a little bit following the throw. The ball has fallen to the feet of Diggy, and he's took it down, essentially beat a man, and then laid it off. It's kind of bobbled through Jordan Thewlis, unmarked at the back stick. He's never missing from there, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, he's picked up quite a few goal contributions as Ken Diggy, as a centre-half this season. Got his 5th goal of the season against Hereford on Tuesday evening, and he has got quite a catalogue of assists as well, I believe, around the same mark.
Well, we are back underway here. Alfreton now 2 goals to the good, courtesy of Jordan Thewlis scoring a brace.
I believe as I rack my brain, that might be Ken Diggy's 3rd assist for Thewlis this season. If you think South Shields at home.
Yes,
that one
the
just
little
there.
Poke through.
Yeah, after the Samba flick from Jerry McDonough.
Yeah.
And I believe he knocked down like a throw into the box and knocked it down for Thewlis to put one in. And it's either him or Lewis Salmon, and I think it was Farnsley Celtic at home. 2-0.
I was going to say that was 2 early goals, wasn't it? That doesn't sound unfamiliar, so maybe you are correct. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. No, I think Thewlis did get the goal in that one.
I know Day got one.
Day got the first, I want to say, because it was 2 from a throw-in.
It was either Salmon or Thewlis.
It was 2 from throw-ins. I was writing the report for that one, and it was just, that was kind of, I had a lot to write about for the first sort of 10 minutes, and then nothing for the other 80. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Thewlis who got it. Don't remember if Diggy got the assist though. But either way, it's a
3-0 is on.
Yeah, it's an impressive. Yeah, there we go. The prediction is on. Throw coming into the box here. Flicked back towards Jake Day. Nearly got enough on it to add that third goal, but it did drop for Giddens in the Bishop Stortford net. And he's going to be sending this one long. Little side volley towards Charles. Dwayne Wiley does win the header. Goes back through all the way to Harry Beadle. Clips it forward. Adam Lund having to deal with this one in the box. Very awkward. Ken Charles picking it up, trying to go out wide.
Does well. He gets the ball out to.
Oh.
It struck straight into the head of the Adam Lund. I think it was Darren Foxley with the ball on the far side. Left-footed strike into the head of Lund.
It was a good block from Adam Lund. He was in the right place at the right time to make the intervention.
Yeah, the ball came back out and then it was crossed into the area from the far side by Akelbire, and no one to challenge Willis as he just caught the ball simply with no pressure on him at all. There is absolutely no one stopping Willis just coming as far as he wants.
I was gonna say, he's only managed to get around 10 yards out of his area that time, but we've seen him come as far as 30 yards out of his own goal just to send it long. But Charles putting a bit more pressure on than we've seen so far in that instance.
I think he's bought that. I think it's Emmanuel Aki has gone for a challenge with Cantrell. Cantrell's leaned into him ever so slightly and he's gone to ground, won a free kick.
Bishop Stortford coming forwards with the ball out the back here.
Mark Haynes carries it, gives it out to the full-back on the right-hand side. But then just kind of keeping the ball between them at the back now.
Back to Robbins. Giddens now with the ball at his feet. Telling his team he wants them on one side of the pitch. Fires it into that area. Adam Lund clears away. Drops for Jordan Thewlis. Good control and a nutmeg as he tries to lay the ball off, but the referee does give the free kick. He was clipped in that challenge just after he laid the ball off for Liam Waldock. It was a bit heavy anyway. I don't think he would have gotten onto the end of it, so the referee's made the right call. Yeah.
As Spennymoor go 3-0 up and Boston go 2-0 up. Spennymoor 3.
Goodness me.
That 2-1 defeat doesn't look too bad now, does it?
No.
To Spennymoor.
Thewlis is back on his feet as he assumes position on the left-hand side again, although he's going to come forward actually. George Willis going to be taking this free kick inside the centre circle.
Yeah,
Go on.
An interesting one is Darlington aren't winning yet.
The Great Escape could be off.
They're still drawing.
I was going to say they've done.
Have you seen some of their goals recently, by the way? Absolute crackers.
In recent weeks, they've climbed all the way out of the drop zone into 20th place. It's a monumental effort from them. George Willis getting this one clear. Was under some pressure. Robbins winning that header. Not too far from landing in the gantry there. We're yet to have a ball come into the commentary area, but
the day it does, you will see me bring it down. Like the ball will stop dead on my chest.
Yeah.
Do some kick-ups, and then I might ping it back down to someone. I'll pick a player, I'll shout the name, and then I'll ping it to
they'll
them.
claim it, or just whack it off the bar.
I might score.
Bit of head tennis in the midfield here.
I actually remember when I used to record like a pitch side angle of the game. Sometimes the ball would come to me, and if we were winning, I would absolutely butcher my pass once or twice before I give it back.
There's a man who that's dedication.
Earlier on in the season, and I was down over there. Not many players. It was a lot of not many people sit down there, and mainly because it's a sitting stand. So I always took that position when kind of getting the videos, and if the ball came to me.
Nice bit of football from Bishop Stortford here. Sorry to interrupt you, but they are coming forward here.
A lovely flicker on the corner from, I think it was Thomas, into the feet of Foxley.
It was, yeah.
And they're kind of keeping the ball now. Just knocking it round.
That sort of midfield area.
Foxley shows his feet and he looks to flick it in behind for Charles, but he can't break away from the clutches of Kennedy Diggy, who does as much as he can to slow him down, so the ball trickles through to George Willis.
It was a nice little move, though, from Bishop Stortford. They've kept the ball on the floor for a good period of time, picking the right passes, but then it's one of those where they're sort of between the midfield and the back line, and they've not really got that obvious kind of killer pass, and that's something that Alfreton are so good at, is not providing teams with that easy route in behind.
Green in behind now of
I hope
Josh
that nothing
Claxton.
comes of this. There we go.
And
Claxton
Clacky
makes the
does.
block.
He kind of knocks it out for a corner. Teams don't get in behind, and then Green got in behind.
Before I even finish that sentence. But no, you know what I mean. When they're in that kind of space where they've got to either pick a pass or beat a player, normally the back line is well organised enough for the opposition to struggle, at least, to find the ball through.
Putting the team sheet down, my hands are freezing.
In comes a corner from Bishop Stortford. Not fully away just yet. It's going to be left out by Billy Fuster. A goal kick to Alfreton. No problem at the back.
There's a breeze that's come out of nowhere, and it's absolutely killing me.
There is going to be the first change of the game for
Shocking.
Bishop Stortford. Matty has to pick the team sheet back up.
It's number 20.
Show us.
I mean, it's
20
Mark
is
Haynes going off.
No, it's the
No, it's not.
3.
It says number 2, and they're just changing it.
No, it now says number 1, which isn't very helpful because number 3 has gone off.
Number 3 has gone off, which is Lorden Akelbeere,
Akelbeere.
which means I don't have to try and pronounce his name anymore.
20, there we
For
go.
20, that's what I said. Fraser Alexander
Alexander.
has come on. Chase for that Bishop Stortford just put down the team sheet because I'm cold, and they're like, oh, you know what, let's make a substitution.
I reckon they've gone for that. Someone's on the bench watching the stream and they've gone, right, do it now. He's put the team sheet down, do it now.
I can see them chuckling away. Flicked on by Jake Day. Fuster brings it down.
Comes back
Does
inside.
well to, oh wow, he's carried it.
Challenged by Robbins all the way. Draws
Goes
him out of position, which leaves Jake Day in space. Nathan Newell coming forward now.
Oh wow.
Great bit of feet. Finds Jake Day. Oh, it's just about too much on it.
Oh, he's running through treacle.
But it was that sort of area that was vacated by Sam Robbins on the left-hand side. Jake Day knew that area was open, and he stayed occupying that area. They're making another sub. They are doing it.
Tell you what.
Someone's down there with the data on, watching the stream.
Who's this coming on? Number 12, Emmanuel Akey for number 7, Giovanni McGregory.
On he comes.
We're going to be having words meetings, that manager, after this game.
Bishop Stortford make their second change of the afternoon as they look to find a route back into the game. 3-2, is it, in the Blythe game?
Southport have got one back, makes it 3-2 there. Southport, Blythe.
Cantrell getting this one away. It's going to be challenged by Lund. Jake Day having to put pressure on Harry Beadle at the back.
Charlie have gone 2-0 up against Scarborough now. Scarborough, who were once flying high in the dizzy heights of 3rd place, now
Dropped
find
off a bit.
themselves in 13th at the start of today, and 2-0 down. Charlie, a strong side, a good side in the division, who are firmly cementing their place in the playoffs, game by game.
Bishop Stortford with a free kick just inside the Alfreton half, a chance for them to get the ball into the box. In it comes. It's a good ball all the way to the back stick, but unable to find a yellow shirt out for a goal kick, which Willis will line up and take as long as he likes. There's a Hereford. What was their article? What did they call him? The Pele of time wasting.
Pele of time wasting.
George Willis.
Well, it wasn't Hereford's article, it was the Bulls blog. Which
Sorry,
is like
not the official club article, but
the fan article, the fan
Yeah.
preview on the Bulls blog. The Pele of time wasting.
quite the compliment to receive. Adam Lund making a challenge in the midfield. Thewlis chasing down the long ball. He does get to it. Uses his body well, coming inside.
He falls over. Waldock wins
Rescues
it
it.
back. Newell, Waldock. Just playing neat football out on that side. 1-2's between them. Back to Lund.
Thought about trying to switch it over to Josh Claxton, but he
Do you reckon
opts to go back to Willis.
Willis is the Pele of time wasting? Do you reckon he practices it in his garden?
Yeah. Adds a few seconds every time he takes longer in his garden to do the pots. Clacky with the ball in, headed away by Bishop Stortford. He makes the interception, he's back on the scene.
Oh, Fuster with a great touch around the corner.
Gets
He's
it
going to
into
put
the
it
area.
into the area. Jake Day. Oh, he just can't get enough power behind the strike. It was an awkward height because he couldn't go with his head and he couldn't go with his leg. I mean,
it's come at his hip basically, isn't it?
He's tried to use his body to turn it towards goal and it just doesn't ricochet off him hard enough. And it's easy for the keeper to collect.
Charles just about not giving up a goal kick for Alfreton there.
Yeah,
manages to put it out for a throw.
Yeah.
Adam Lund strolling over to take this one. It's going to hit the line. Left and out for a Bishop Stortford throw. I think Jake Day knew it was going to curl behind him. Bishop Stortford. Will we see their own long throw from Harry Beadle? There we go, indeed we will. Dwayne Wiley gets his head to it though, and it's out for yet another throw. Haynes making his way into the box as Beadle lines up the throw. Similarly to how they have no men forward from set pieces, they've only got one really back in the form of Sam Robbins.
Yeah, well now it is only one. As
yeah. Jake Day getting that one clear. Thewlis doing enough just to sort of buy Alfreton some time to get up the pitch a little bit. Dwayne Wiley does eventually clear his lines. Jake Day taking that one down. Tries to find Thewlis in the middle. Oh,
he went to go quick.
He went to go quick, but he thought probably not the best decision to make, and he quickly dropped the ball. Adam Lund coming over to take this one.
Yeah, there's no need to rush there. Buxton have got a red card.
Adam Lund sends this one down the line.
For our local.
As local as you can get, I'd say.
You can get, yeah.
The throw-in came to nothing eventually, and it's going to be Bishop Stortford with their very own throw at the back. Beadle sends it down the line.
I tell you, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all, no. We Braintree used it a couple of times away at Taunton on the opening day. Didn't come to anything then, we lost 2-1. That was a good 8-hour round trip, that was. Had a headache the whole way home. Bishop Stortford trying to play out from the back again here. Different approach to what we've seen for the majority of the game, but Nathan Newell making a tackle.
Yeah, Foxley tried a cheeky flick in behind, a little flick through his legs for his first touch, but Newell was there.
He was wiser to it. Jake Day steamrolls his man, although I don't think it was excessive. The free kick is given to Bishop Stortford. They've took it quick.
Well, the referee was telling them to take it back, and then they just took it anyway, and he literally saw his head go, oh well.
Just let it go. Robbins wants this one, but he doesn't get it from Haynes at the back. He goes to Beadle. It's back to Haynes. Goes into the middle. They have got a bit of space now at the back. Alfreton just sitting off a little bit, not over-committing in the press. Robbins forced all the way back to his goalkeeper by Billy Fuster applying the pressure. Giddins now going long towards Charles. He does win the header, but it bounces through for George Willis, no problem whatsoever. He hasn't touched it with his hands yet, so he's going to put his Pele levels of time wasting to use. Buy himself an extra 5 or so seconds for now eventually sending it long towards Jake Day. Waldock trying to clip it in behind, but it's cleared away by Bishop Stortford. Coming forward with it again.
Foxley looks to carry forward and he looks to let it go. And Adam Lund, nothing wrong with the challenge, but no, Foxley will have been in some pain because he was about to let go a thunderous strike on his left foot, and Lund put his leg in the way, and he took, basically, instead of the ball taking flight, he took flight. That momentum sent him up into the air, and he's in some pain. But physio, decent pace to get on the pitch.
Yeah.
From Bishop Stortford, it looks like a young lass as she came on with a decent bit of speed. Not as fast as we've seen.
No,
obviously.
We've not.
I think we do well to beat the dizzy heights of the speed that Banbury had.
That was quite something.
They with 2 big
rapid
things that they were holding in each hand come flying onto pitch.
Does look like he's going to go for some treatment, I think.
Yeah,
because it
was a nasty
heavy,
one. You've been on the end of them where you've been about to strike the ball, and all of a sudden the ball doesn't go anywhere. I imagine that's what it's like, you know. I imagine that's what kicking a bowling ball would feel like.
maybe just a brick wall instead.
Yeah.
He really did just kind of take his own momentum out on himself and front flipped into the ground essentially. Landed on his neck, which is what the worry was about, but he looks like he's going to be waved back on sooner or later when the referee.
You know, it reminds me, you know those like, you get like them puncher machines, you get the kicking ones as well, don't you, with a football?
Yeah.
Have you ever kicked one that doesn't work? Because I have. And you hit it full pelt and you just take flight instead. That's probably the same thing.
One of the little arcade ones.
Yeah, I don't think that's a common
attraction.
Yeah, I don't think it's a common thing to have happened to people either.
When your pound coin doesn't work. You just kicked a wall, essentially. George Willis eventually picking up the ball. The referee dropped it for Dwayne Wiley, cleared it, come back towards his own back line. George Willis had no bother claiming that one. Don't think Bill's bet's going to come through.
7 or more.
No. I mean, crazy things have happened, but the way it's going, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Some quick feet from Green. Bishop Stortford. Robbins now on the ball. Still Robbins. They're trying to find that killer pass. Robbins clips it in behind, looking for Charles. If he's onside here, it's a great ball. The linesman's flag did not go up, but Willis was
there to collect.
it. Easy for the goalkeeper.
So what is an half called in the second half?
It is, yeah.
Take me back to Hereford. Oh, we had a nice little cosy room.
Referee is going to give a drop ball as he's intercepted the pass from the Bishop Stortford man. It's come off of his rear end. He's going to drop it, give Bishop Stortford the ball back, as is fair.
Well, so the number 4 for Bishop Stortford has just walked up to Jake Day and embraced him, trying to move him back, and Jake Day just kind of threw him.
Yeah. You wouldn't really try that, would you? With Jake Day.
I reckon I could do it. Not.
Yeah, I'll let him know, mate.
Don't.
Ball has run all the way through for a throw on this far side. I don't think we're going to see much more action. I'm hoping we see at least one more event to let my prediction ring true and get the hot streak back on.
Jordan Thiele's hat trick.
We will be there. Can only hope. Still not seen any movement on the Alfreton bench just yet. Everything's been going pretty well, though, for the Reds, so you can understand why Billy Heath isn't wanting to switch things up at all. Alfreton throw just in front of the away dugout in the opposing half. Lewis Salmon is called back by Billy Heath. Is he going to be coming on, or is he just being told to sit back down because he's not coming on? Who knows?
Maybe
Adam
they
Lund.
spoke about something completely different.
They might have. Adam Lund towards Jake Day in the area. His header doesn't quite find a teammate. Ball cleared and all the way back to Diggy. Lays it off for his goalkeeper, George Willis. Goes all the way up to Beadle. Cantrell heading it back forward. Cleared away by Bishop Stortford. Dwayne Wiley heading it back forward once again. Ball's yet to touch the ground. There we are. It's all the way back to Beadle, who's going to either go long or lay it back to Giddins or a centre-half partner. He does. Go to Haynes. Leaves it for Robbins, actually.
Just kind of knocking the ball around again, Bishop Stortford. I mean, that's an awful pass from Haynes straight into Wiley.
Goes to Liam Waldock. Couldn't quite get the pass off, intercepted by Green. Thumped off of Robbins and out for an Alfreton throw. Liam Waldock is holding his groin. Hopefully nothing too serious for the former Sheffield Wednesday man. Josh Claxton prepares to take the throw. Not Adam Lund for once. Goes down the line. It's a good throw. Cleared away by Bishop Stortford though. Charles takes it down. He's been good. Spider up front for Bishop Stortford. He's, for a team that are at that end of the table, he's not looked bad at all. And that's a great cross actually. Bishop Stortford do now have an opportunity of their own.
Onto
the edge of the area. Blocked by Lund.
Cleared by Diggy.
Sam Robbins picking it up. Out to Green. Tries to whip it. Intercepted by Lund, but it goes back up into the area. Fewster now taking this one down and he's got time to breathe. Tries to take it down the line. Just plays it into some space.
Yeah,
didn't really have anywhere to go.
Down his own channel to see if Jake Day was making that run, played it. Jake Day was making his way over, but couldn't get to the ball. It was a bit of an ask.
Yeah. Bishop Stortford maintaining possession though at the back. They're liking this.
Someone is taking off a bib on the Alfreton bench. I believe it's Ryan Taylor. Doesn't surprise me. I was just about to say it looks like Jake is running out of legs a bit. Played a lot of football recently after kind of having a spells of coming off the bench and having an impact. Got the start he deserved and has continued to perform in that time and has played every game since he got back into the side. And Bishop Stortford
shot from distance.
It's a great strike. I believe it's a substitute, the Giovanni McGregory, straight at Willis. But yeah, Ryan Taylor is kitted up.
Ready to be introduced.
I believe
presumably for Jake Day.
Yeah, I assume it'll be like for like.
Yeah, give him a bit of a rest. He's been playing week in, week out for a long time, Tuesday, Saturday. And obviously, Jerry McDonough missing out today gives Ryan Taylor the chance to get back into the team for a run out at the end.
Scunthorpe have had a red card for Will Evans, who got the goal against us. It's a red card. It's a red card. Well, you want to know the score? It's right, the scores. We'll go through the scores quickly while we've got a bit of time while this substitute's being made. Jake Day's coming off. So you've got Luton 0, Forest 1, Notts County 2, Accrington Stanley 1, Mansfield 4, Bradford 0, Boston 2, Farsley 0, Brackley 1, Hereford 0, Buxton 0, South Shields 1, Chorley 2, Scarborough 0, Spenny 3, Curzon 0, Kings Lane, Rushall 1-1, Scunthorpe 1-0, Blythe 3-2 against Southport, Scunthorpe 1-0 against Banbury, 3-2 Blythe Southport to Blythe, and 1-0 Warrington and Gloucester. The rest of the games are 0-0. Darlington have scored. The great escape. 1-0 for Darlington.
Oh. Giddins making a good punch there to prevent an Alfreton shirt getting on the end of that ball in from Adam Land on the far side. Ryan Taylor has now been introduced. Haynes heading that one forward. Clackey. Now Waldock. Inside to Lund. Goes back to Josh Claxton. Tries to hook it towards Ryan Taylor. It's going to drop. Beadle gets his head to it. Thewlis lets that one run out.
Mansfield are now only 4-1 up after Bradford get one back. Bradford have been in good form as well since Graham Alexander came in.
Lewis Salmon is now getting prepared on the side, ready to come on for Jordan Thewlis on a hat-trick.
Oh, you'd be fuming.
You would be fuming, but it's smart enough, I'd say, to rest him now. I think the game is more or less won for Alfreton, and Lewis Salmon is introduced for the scorer of both goals in this game, Jordan Thewlis.
Yeah, the first goal, the pick of the two for me, for Jordan Thewlis today, just knocking it over the keeper. Nicely, Fuster makes a short run from the throw, and it gives it back to Lund, who
first time
whips it in. Not as many bodies in the area now.
Understandably, though. Yeah, Lewis Salmon challenging Robbins for that one. Robbins does just about come away with it. And he just runs it out for an Alfreton throw. Didn't really try and get rid of it. I'm not too sure what his thought process was. But Josh Claxton preparing to take this throw once the ball gets given back to him. I think there's some time wasting in play from
so the little kids.
The little kid, the spectator on that side. Adam Lund is going to be the man to take it, though, in the end. Josh Claxton is there.
Usually from these positions we'd see Diggy and Wiley go forward, but they're staying back now. There's no point them wasting energy flying up and down the pitch now at 2-0 up, 15 minutes to go. It's going to be a comfortable end to the game, I'd like to think. Yeah. I think it's safe to say.
Adam Lund with the ball goes all the way back to George Willis.
Green looks like he's aged in this 90 minutes. He looks goose. I mean, he has looked, Bishop Stortford's one of their most dangerous players, along with Charles. He started the more influential, but he looks absolutely goosed.
And he might be coming off.
As Bishop Stortford make another sub, I let them off because there's been enough time between me, getting my hands warm. And we'll see Casarate come off for, I believe, Liccardi, George Liccardi.
Number 18, yeah.
George Liccardi. Cameron Salkin gets a go. Darlington, great escapes on.
It is on. I mean, your foresight has.
Yeah, I'm not a Darlington fan. I just said that they wouldn't get relegated when they were second bottom.
What made you think that? Too big to go down, or
I'm just a bit of a footballing phenomenon, and I know these things.
You just saw it coming.
Insider knowledge, knew Steve Watson was coming. Now, when they were second bottom, I said, Dallow won't go down. Everyone was like, don't be daft. It's like at the start of the season when Clackey does well to get it away. So it's like at the start of the season when everyone said Notts County would win League Two, and I said they wouldn't. And I know it's not done, but
I think you might be all right.
I think I might be right. I also said Wrexham would do better than them. I just know ball, mate.
Yeah, well, I think they were more likely to go down than they are go up this season. Although, if they are still winning today, then maybe they're finally turning things around under Stuart Maynard. Harry Beadle in an advanced position here. Plays it off for Green
on the edge, who strikes and
blocks. Nope, just terribly miscued, I think, out for a goal kick.
A poor effort, yeah.
It looked so bad that I just assumed it had been blocked, but couldn't quite get the shot away that he wished for there.
Gloucester have equalised at Warrington Town. 1-1 there now. Warrington, Gloucester 1-1.
George Willis lining up a goal kick. Forward it comes towards Ryan Taylor.
Oh, my,
Taken
wow.
down beautifully. And he lays it off for Fuster. On the left, cuts inside. Will he get a shot away? He will.
He will.
And
oh,
he's
found the
three.
net. 2
What
goals
a
in
goal.
2 for Billy Fuster. And he rides the horse again.
What a finish. Billy Fuster, a superb effort. Picking it up off Ryan Taylor. Takes it out wide, checks back inside, finds the corner. 3-0. Predictions on.
Yeah, great work from Billy Fuster to cut in on his right foot, work that yard for himself and find the far corner, the far bottom corner to make it 3 to Alfreton Town. 2-2 for Billy Fuster, 2 great goals as well and 2 excellent celebrations.
There is the former Nottingham Forest youngster. Gets on the score sheet to make it 3-0 and surely put the game beyond all doubt. And my prediction hat might be back on.
Billy desperately trying to get the referee's attention to make a sub. I think Ram is coming on for his debut. Max
He is.
Ram is coming on
For Josh Claxton.
Josh Claxton on his 201st appearance.
Green is, for Bishop Stortford, is absolutely furious that he's let this sub go ahead because, to be fair, he certainly wasn't ready, but he's got ready in lightning speed and comes on for his debut.
Yeah. Derby
Max
have
Ram.
taken the lead late on the last 10 minutes against Bolton, and Accrington Stanley have equalised against Notts County.
They're going down, mate.
Derby are 1 up, yeah. Well, Max Ram's on for his debut. Welcome to Alfreton Town, Max Ram. He's going to get a chance for his first involvement in the game here as he puts pressure on Green.
Going to be taking the throw, I think. His first introduction.
Has he got a long throw? It's not bad.
I'll tell you what, yeah, it's all right. Flicked for Taylor down the line, it was flicked. But Bishop Stortford now with their own opportunity to get it up. Max Ram with a good challenge on Green.
He wins his first tackle.
That's what you
Sign of
wanna
things
do.
to come. He's unbelievable.
Adam Lund doing his best to maintain
Oh,
that.
wow.
He somehow comes away with the ball. That's brilliant. Lewis Salmon into Ryan Taylor. Turns. He's got Fuster on that left-hand side. He goes back to Nathan
Yeah,
Yule,
simple from Taylor. Keep the ball.
who is striding forward.
Gives it to Billy Fuster.
Whips it into
Whips
the
it
box.
in. I mean, it looked like it was a good delivery, but no one was running into that area, and the keeper just stepped up and came and collected Billy Fuster's cross, but he had plenty of time to pick that out.
He did indeed. But Giddens sends this one long. Dwayne Wiley letting that one run through to George Willis. Picks it up in his own area. I think it's going to be a very routine final few minutes for Alfreton now. See the game out. Maybe get another one on the score sheet. Be good for the goal difference, which could prove to be a defining factor come the end of the season. You just never know with the
How
league
tight
positions.
it is. I mean,
And yeah, exactly.
there's teams who look quite decently far down the table who look like they are massively in the conversation as Boston go 3 up against Farsley Celtic. And I think if we hold on to the clean sheet, I think it's our first clean sheet in the last 5 games.
Which will be a big plus for the boys. Ryan Taylor penalised for a flailing arm on Harry Beadle there.
Just leaning a bit too much as he went to challenge for that ball. Fuster checking on the condition of Beadle. Sportsmanship. I hope no commentator's curse takes place and we concede now.
No, that would be far from ideal. for both the sake of the clean sheet and my prediction. Giddens, though, does line up the free kick in his own half. Sends it forward towards Charles. He's fouled by Max Ram, who disagrees with the decision, but
I think he stepped up to try and just make sure Diggy would be able to win the ball, and he didn't expect whoever the player was, I missed who it was, who he ran into, to be so flimsy and just kind of
Charles, who was preparing to receive the ball, but
just to be pushed away.
Yeah,
I think it was a foul.
Yeah.
Now Bishop Stortford will have a chance to put the ball into the area as Kings Lynn turn it around and take the lead against Rushall. I mean, they're on something of not really a great escape, but on a good form as Lewis Salmon bombs down the left-hand side, makes his way into the area, cuts in on his right foot, about to let it go, but a toe comes in to poke the ball away, but Adam Lund now looks to cut inside and is fouled.
Free kick. Yeah, there were a few cries to shoot from Lewis Salmon because Giddens was a lot further forward than he'd have wanted to have been had the shot come away. But eventually he laid it back. Well, he cut back inside, was dispossessed. Adam Lund picked it up and won himself a free kick. And it will be Billy Fuster to take it.
Brackley extend a 2-0 lead against Hereford. They're at home, Brackley, which not ideal for Hereford as it puts them, I think it puts us 5 points clear of them.
Yep. Billy Fuster clips this free kick into the back post towards Lewis Salmon, who gets the head onto it. Beadle clears it away. A few shots for handball, and the ball is eventually turned behind by Lewis Salmon. An attempted shot drops into the side netting. Giddens will take the goal kick eventually.
I'm not sure what's going on behind the goal.
No, but Giddens eventually does take the goal kick. Looking for Charles. Diggy gets his head to it. Max Ram clears that one away. Up towards Ryan Taylor. Knocked down. Adam Lund just about can't get to that one. But he does make a challenge. Forces the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, which is miscued very badly up into the air. Adam Lund gets his head to it, but it's going to run all the way back through to the man between the sticks for Bishop Stortford. Giddens sends it long. It's a good ball. Can't quite control it. And Newell sees it all the way out.
South Shields go 2-1 up as Mansfield go 5-1 up. Charlie are 3-0 up at Scarborough. I don't know if I've said that already. Don't remember it being 3, so I'll say it anyway. We're getting a fist bump from Barnes. Braintree take the lead.
Get into third.
Still waiting for that notification to say Borough have scored.
Ryan Taylor tries to flick it in behind for Billy Fuster. Putting pressure on his man. It's going to force him to clear it away eventually. Newell intercepts. Going to drop for Adam Lund. Heads it forward. Stabs a foot at it to prevent the immediate counter-attack. Dwayne Wiley getting that one clear.
Yeah, and as that happened, we get a shout of Lundy's been good from off camera. But so let's go on to the man of the match shouts.
Great segue. Great segue. I think everyone's been great today. I think you've got the obvious shouts of Jordan Thewlis for his brace and his kind of liveliness up top that we always see. I think it's got to be him for me, Jordan Thewlis.
To be honest, because you've given it, I would have given it to Thewlis, obviously, 2 goals. I can't give it to Thewlis because you give it to Thewlis. I'll pick someone else. But I agree with Quinton, and Adam Lund has been excellent today.
Superb, yeah.
And he has to be in the man of the match shouts that will be up on X after the game of where the fan vote for man of the match. Once we had a really good game away from home.
Ooh.
As the ball
It's a
comes
good
into
ball.
the area
Oh.
and makes its way through to Willis. He had a really good game away from home. I can't remember who against, as the referee blows for full time.
Well, there we go. We didn't see the board for added
No,
time
we did
come
not
up.
see the
but
board for added time.
that is it. It ends. Alfreton Town 3, Bishop Stortford 0. Good day at the office for the Reds. Clean sheet at home, back to winning ways. My predictions come through. We're back.
on the prediction, yeah.
But yeah, great performance all round. Billy will be very happy with that. Thewlis getting the first 2 goals, and then Billy Fewster with a cherry on top. A lovely finish to make it 3.
Yeah,
And
well,
that's that.
this has been the Alfreton Town official watch-along against Bishop Stortford at home. Next Saturday we take on Brackley Town, where it won't be me or Vaughn, but I believe there should be some kind of commentary team in place for that game, which is the only time you won't see my face on a string for the rest of the season. But thank you all for watching. An excellent win here for the horse, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for listening.